welcome back to another edition of Robert's Guitar Dungeon. We are kind of switching gears today. If you watched my first video a few weeks back, I said then that we were just going to kind of start at point A and kind of see where it takes us. And I've done 3 guitars already, and so I was looking for an excuse to do something a little bit different, and I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine, and he mentioned that the TV Jones pickups were some of the were the best pickups that he had found for metal, and I kind of thought he was crazy, and he said here's the guitar that I have him in. This is what I'm talking about. Take it and review it and see for yourself. So, here we are. Today we're gonna talk about these here TV Jones pickups. These are TV Jones Classic Plus. TV Jones started out in 1993, and they started out building essentially building Filtertron pickups. If you're not familiar with Filtertron pickups, the Filtertron pickups were the old vintage pickups that came in all of the old the vintage Gretches and Gibson back in the days of the 50s and 60s. If you find the pickups, if you can find a set of those pickups by themselves, number one, they're rare and they're hard to find, and number two, if you do find them, you're going to pay a lot of money for them. So so they're somewhat of a high commodity. Back in the early 90s, Thomas Jones had figured out that there was definitely a demand for somebody to build, essentially start reproducing these pickups for people, so that they could buy it, and so the people could buy the pickups that provided the tone that they were looking for, without having to pay insane vintage collectible prices. So TV Jones was born, and they've since come out with several different models. And what these models here are, now I'll come back to that. They've since come out with several models. They have one model called the TV, it's called the TV Classic. And the TV Classic, they claim is their most versatile and their most popular, and I believe is also their best-selling pickup. What is in this guitar is a version of that pickup called the TV Classic Plus. It's wound a little bit hotter, so it's got a little bit more output than the regular TV Classic. Really, about the only difference. In this challenge, he had he said, "Here's the guitar that I'm talking about. Go do a review and see what you think." So so that's what I'm doing. I've been playing on this for a couple of days, and I'm going to let you guys hear it and see what you think. They are loaded into. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this guitar, but just so that you know what to expect. They are loaded into a 96. Yeah. This is a 1996 Gibson Tennessean Chet Atkins series, and this is a semi-hollow body guitar. There is a solid block running down the middle of the inside of the body here. All maple body all the way around. That looks like that's a bird's eye maple on the top, and actually looks like maybe a little bit of a bird's eye on the back. Maple neck, ebony fretboard, two pneumatic bridge, and Cluson tuners. It's not a bad guitar at all. Like I said, I've been playing on this for a couple of days, and this is not really my style of guitar, but but it's set up pretty well, and like I said, I'm gonna see what you guys think. He's got it set up for. He's got heavier strings on here than I would normally go for, and he's also got it tuned down about 2 whole steps. So we're gonna play some low tune metal stuff on this. Anyway, let's see what you think. I'm gonna start on the bridge pickup. So there you have it. Sounds pretty cool, actually. Sounds pretty cool. Definitely a little bit. I gotta start. I gotta start with one thing. When I am, I'm a hard rock metal player by heart, by trade. That's what I do. That's what I've always done. And when I go to play that genre of music, or any of that stuff, or any of that stuff I was just playing, this is not the most inspiring guitar for me. Now, I mean, I am never going to pick up a Gibson Tennessean and go play a rock and roll show. It ain't going to happen, at least not for me. There are plenty of guys out there that they'd love to have this thing, and including the guy that owns this guitar. Nothing wrong with that. Just not for me, not my thing. I'm more of a solid body guy. I generally gravitate towards solid body guitars and a little bit higher output pickups. But that being said, that did kind of produce a pretty cool tone. I was reading on TV Jones's website, which is tvjones.com, by the way, and I wanted to see who their artist endorsers are. And they got a pretty long list, and some of these are very well-known players, and some of them, the more well-known guys I'll read off, and most of these I was not real surprised about. Top of the list, Brian Setzer, probably the best rockabilly guitar player on the planet, monster guitar player. Brian Setzer, Billy Gibbons is ZZ Top. Let's see who else is on here that I recognize. David Gilmour, Don Felder, Doyle Dykes, Elliot Easton of the Cars, Glenn Fry of Eagles fame. Let's see, Joe Perry, Joe Walsh, John Mayer, John Fogerty, John Oates. Let's see, Keith Urban, Keith Urban, Matthew Sweet, Michael Anthony. I'm assuming that's Michael Anthony of Van Halen fame. Reverend Horton Heat. The one name on here that stuck out to me more than any name on this list, though, no question, is Mick Mars of Motley Crue, and that's why in the demo I decided I wanted to play some Motley Crue riffs, and I'm a huge Motley Crue fan. Love Mick Mars. I think he's a monster guitar player, and I wanted to see what it sounded like playing some of his stuff, and it sounded like Mick Mars coming out of this amp. If you're a guy that either you like moderate output pickups, or you're a guy that generally likes to kind of walk to the beat of a different drum, walk your own path as far as your gear goes. I reckon check them out. They sound cool. They got a lot of really tight bottom end. Tight bottom ends, real warm mids. They're not a whole lot. I think the treble is a little weak, but these are again meant to emulate vintage style pickups. That didn't necessarily have a lot of that top treble kind of bite that I like. So they sound exactly what they're supposed to, but they sound fantastic. A lot of clarity. Nothing bad to say about them at all. So overall, if I were gonna give one opinion on them, to sum it all up, probably not for me. But I can see where they would be for a lot of other people, because they do sound great. So as an unbiased opinion of guitar tone, my opinion generally is pretty biased, but but if I were being unbiased, I would say it's a great guitar tone, and I see why the buddy of mine in question is real high on this guitar and real high on these pickups. So go check them out, tvjones.com. You can buy them directly off of their website. You can go to your local TV Jones dealer and order them through them. They're going to run you. Most of them are going to run you right around $130. That's right in line with with Gibson USA pickups. Probably slightly more expensive than EMGs. Definitely a little bit more expensive than DiMarzio and Seymour Duncan. But they're not getting up there into the stratosphere like a bare knuckle pickup or something like that. That's really, really expensive. So go check them out. Please feel free to leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. If you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer it as best I can. And yeah, thanks for watching.